Welcome back to Cocoa Cake Land, and yes, I have done another Blox Fruits themed cake. This one is a dragon fruit cake, and I made it for my nephew's 14th birthday. So I actually intended to make it a full-on cube, but because I ended up not having enough cake, I ended up just sort of making it a bird's eye view style cake, where when you look from the top down, it has the dragon fruit Blox Fruits face. The cake flavor itself is coffee, so I soaked it with a coffee milk, and it's frosted with a vanilla Swiss meringue buttercream. For filling and frosting the cake and for my crumb coat, I left it uncolored, but then I tinted the buttercream a forest green color. I used gel food coloring, so I used a green color, but I also added a little bit of black to get a darker shade. For the dark green frosting layer, I used an offset spatula to get it as smooth as I possibly could to get it ready for the decoration. My cakes always start as drawings, so I drew my design first, so I sort of had an idea of what I wanted it to look like. Then I took a chopstick and I sort of just drew on to the buttercream what I wanted to pipe afterward. So as you can see, I'm just kind of making the eyes and that fiery mouth using the chopsticks. Then I used tinted sort of orangey buttercream to outline the fiery eyes and of course the fiery mouth as well. So you can take your time doing that. You want to squeeze the piping bag so it comes out in a smooth line. Once you've piped the outlines for your fiery mouth and your eyes, you can use the same piping bag to sort of add some buttercream and squiggles, and then take your offset spatula and smooth it out. You want to pull the offset spatula inward towards you so you don't muck up those outlines. So you can really just take your time in smoothing out those lines and doing it to the best of your ability. And once you're happy with the smoothing, you can move on to the next step. So I have a piping bag fitted with a small open circle tip filled with a red buttercream. And now I'm doing the outline on top of the fiery eyes and the fiery mouth that I just filled. The red buttercream outline gives it a nice pop and a nice sense of dimension. So take your time doing that. And next up, we're going to take some pre-purchased yellow fondant and we're going to make the horns. You could make the horns a brown color. I had yellow, so that's what I used. With clean, dry hands, you want to make a horn shape using the fondant and then attach it to wooden skewers. You can use a knife to make the little horn indents, and then you want to make 2 more horns out of fondant. Next, I took some craft paper, which is a little bit thicker than normal paper, and I drew a purple stem for my dragon fruit. I colored it all in, and I suppose you could use purple craft paper if you had it. Then you want to just carefully cut that out and attach to a wooden skewer with a little bit of tape. Once you're done all your accent pieces, such as your fondant horns and your purple stem, you can carefully insert them into the cake. So I was all pleased with myself, and I thought I was done until my son came downstairs and said that I needed to add some clouds to the cake. So I luckily had some leftover vanilla buttercream, and I ended up using a larger open circle tip to sort of add some puffy, swirly, cloud-like things to the side of the cake. When I look back at my drawing, yes, indeed, there are clouds on the sides of the dragon fruit. So I piped both sides with those puffy, cloud, swirly type things. Even though my dragon fruit cake didn't turn out to look like a cube as I originally imagined, the creative problem solving was fun, and I really think it ended up looking like the Blox Fruits dragon fruit cake. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next video.